Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush. Come on. So what you wanna do? Get another kilo. You wanna sweat it, but you ain't got no flow. I'm on your TV, kicking up your radio. I'm on your video, mashing up your disco. You know when I come down, I come rough. I need no permission cause I'm in the right position now. You know when I come down, I come rough. So feel the vibe of the adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now.
Wow, you had a great, awesome year last year with the with your car, your Bandolaro. Last year, you were practically undefeated, right? You pretty much won. You won almost every race, or did you win every main?
I won 7 A mains, 7 heats, and 4 trophy dashes.
Wow, wow, that is great. To be 10 years old and have that under your belt. That is so awesome. So, if anybody during this interview, if anybody wants to call us, 707-462-1407 is the hotline tonight. We've got a great slew of guests. We not only have Logan Zampa, but we have some other guests here too. We have number 88 and we've also got number 23. They're going to be here too in a little bit. We'll get them on in a little bit. That's going to be pretty exciting too. Then again, if anybody wants to call, 707-462-1407. So let's talk a little bit about your Bandolaro car. For those people who may be watching and don't know, can you explain what a Bandolaro is?
It's closed. It has 4 wheels.
Okay. So they obviously closes. It's a lot different from. Obviously, it's a lot different from the go-kart you raced in. So I would describe it to people as basically a mini late model. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Sweet. So anyway, in a little bit we have Kolby Berry and Kaiden Berry. That'll be on in a little bit. Now there's somebody that you actually have a rival, somewhat of a rival, I guess. Your thought. What are your thoughts on James Bickford?
You
guys battled it out all last year.
I think he's a really good competitive driver. I've raced against him for a long time. I raced quarter midgets with him.
Oh, you raced a quarter midget too. Wow, that's something I didn't know.
And he gave me a really good season.
So I gave you a really good run for your money.
Mhm.
Right on.
And I do have to say that he's a good driver.
Right on, man. Right on. So you said you raced a quarter midget. Explain what a quarter midget is.
It has a roll cage. It's I have to say it's kind of like a mini sprint car with no wings though.
Okay, cool. Oh, we got somebody calling in. Hello, you're on the air with the Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Yes, I have a question for Logan.
Sure. Can we ask who's calling?
Yes, this is John out of Ukiah.
John, hi. Go ahead and shoot. Go ahead and shoot your question there.
Yeah, I was curious how fast those Bandoleros go.
They go 60 miles an hour at top speed.
Wow. And how many years have you been racing?
This is going to be my 8th year racing.
Oh, wow. Nice job. I just wanted to call in and just say I'm very proud of you, son. Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, thanks for calling. Well, right on, man. Got some fans out there. Great. So 8 years? So you're 10 years old. So when did you start?
I started at 4 years old.
Oh, you did? Wow. That was you started out in the little, was that the go-kart you started out in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet. Right on. So explain to me what the excitement and the hold that racing has, basically. What's the excitement about? A lot of kids your age out there are, they're out there playing with their friends and they're doing other things, or, some of them are in sports, but what is it about racing that keeps you coming back?
My sponsors, my dad and my parents, and the fans that like me.
Sweet. Right on, man. So what are your plans for this 2011 season and immediate plans? We'll start with immediate plans. What are your immediate plans for 2011 season?
To be the best racer I can be.
Right on, man. 5 up top. I like to hear that. So you got that. What about your long-term plans? Long-term is in, down the road when you're when you enter adulthood? And
To be the next future champion in NASCAR.
oh, right on. Daytona 500, right? Sweet. What did you think about that kid? Not too much older than you are. Only just had his 20th birthday. He won the Daytona 500. What did you think about that?
Well, my dad raced legend cars like him,
Okay.
and his birthday was two days before the Daytona 500, and I think that's great that he won
Yeah.
at 20 years old.
Right. Do you think that really gives you kids in racing a leg up? Meaning that really probably boosts your confidence. Let you know that you could actually do that too. That could be you. At 20 years old, because he wasn't even mainstream NASCAR. You know that? I think he was driving. Was he driving? I think he was driving for somebody. He wasn't even mainstream NASCAR, and he won the Daytona 500. Right on, man. Right on. So let's talk a little bit about your legend car. So explain to the folks what a legend car is.
It has a motorcycle motor. You have to shift in it.
Do you know what kind of engine it has in it? Is it I believe that I was told it's a 600. I know they have it's almost the same. It's the same. Is it the same as a? It's not too much different from a Bandolaro engine. Is that correct?
It's way different.
Oh, it is way different. Cool.
It has a motorcycle motor in it.
Right on. Have you raced it just yet?
No,
You haven't
but I drove it in my court though.
Oh, cool. Well, that's close. So I bet you're really excited to get it out there on the track then. Right on. Oh, get another call. Hello, you're on the air with the Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Hey, it's Tom Helsman. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for calling. You got a question for our guest here?
Yeah, I was just curious to see how Logan felt he developed over this past year.
Ooh, that's a good question. How do you feel you developed over the past year? How do you feel you've grown?
I think that I've made a major jump in my racing, and that I think that I got way better at racing.
That's good. That's good. How about for this year? What are your goals for this year to learn about racing your legend car?
To win as many races as I can.
Yeah, that's a good goal, bud. Hey, good luck to you this year, bud.
Thank you.
See ya.
Hey, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it. All right. Well, thank you very much for calling in, folks, and thank you for being on the show. We're going to get on to our next couple of guests. Really appreciate you being on, man. Thank you. All right. All right. Up next, we have Kaiden Berry and Kolby Berry, number 23. Oh, wait a minute. We're not done yet. We got some more people calling in.
Hello.
Hi. You got a question for our guest here?
Yes, I do.
Sure. Go ahead. Can we ask you to do us a favor and turn down your volume? We can hear you on the 10-second delay, so turn down your volume.
It's down.
Okay. Sure. What's the question you have?
I'm just going to ask him what his favorite NASCAR driver is.
Ooh, that's good.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
All right. Good pick.
Yeah, that is a really good pick. Right on.
Do you like the truck series drivers?
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for calling. Thank you so much. All right, well, we do have about 3 minutes left. If anybody else wants to call in and ask questions for our lovely guest here, the number is 707-462-1407. Oh, wow. Popular, dude. Hey, you're on the phone with, you're on the line with Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Hey, this is Tom Bickford.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Hey, James is here. He wants to say hi to Logan.
Oh, right on.
Hey, what are you looking forward to in the Legend Series? To win as many races as I can.
You're looking forward to beating James Bickford?
Yep. I'll look forward to the challenge.
Oh, wow.
I accept the challenge.
Oh, wow. I like it. Yes, you accept the challenge. James, for the people who may just be tuning in and not know, James Bickford races himself. He's a number 25. I've also had James on my show, and you two have had quite a battle this past year in the Bandolaro division. You're definitely both racers to watch.
Yeah, we're tearing it up out there in the Bandolaro series. We'll see what we can do in the Legends with the.
Oh, I already. Hey, buddy, I already can't wait for the Legends. I've got goosebumps right now just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right on, man. It's going to be an exciting year at Ukiah Speedway. Hey, stay tuned, folks. That's what it's all about, watching these kids out there tear it up on the track and race. Hey, thank you so much for calling. And unless you have anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I'll see Logan in July.
Bye.
Ooh. All right. Is that a challenge? An open challenge? Right here on the Checkered Flag Talk Show?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling, buddy.
Okay.
All right. All right. Wow, what do you think of that? They got the rival calling in with a challenge. Sweet. It's going to be a great year. I can't wait for you two to get out there on the track. Oh, wow. Hello, you're on the air with the Checkered Flag Talk Show. Hello?
Hello? I'd like to talk to Logan.
Sure.
Thanks. Hi.
Yeah, take it away.
Okay. Hi, Logan.
Hello.
Hi, Logan. I just wanted to tell you I think you're a very handsome young man. And I think you're going to go far in the racing.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, at this point, dare we ask who it is that's calling?
My name is Ellen.
Ellen. Wow.
Yes, and I'm just wondering if he likes older women.
Ah. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, Ellen?
Napa.
Ah, okay. Well, you know, we don't run a love connection here, just to let you know that. This is the Checkered Flag Talk
I
Show.
know. This is his grandma.
I know. I was just kidding.
Okay.
I'm sure he's got, I'm pretty positive he's got some admirers out there somewhere, though.
Oh, absolutely he does. He's a very handsome young man.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
you.
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
calling and showing your support. All right. Thank you, folks. Thanks for everyone calling in and showing their support. Thanks for coming out, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Kaiden and Kolby Berry. You're Kolby Berry. Now, we had you two on the show when we were over at Channel 8. You guys are returning champions, I like to say. Thank you so much for being on the show. So we'll start with you. How old are you?
Turning 10 on March 6th.
Right on. And what do you race?
A Bandolaro, a box stock, a 250, and that's it.
Wow. I wouldn't say that's it. You're a pretty busy kid. Racing 3? Wow. How old are you, buddy, and what do you race?
I am 6 years old, and I race go-karts.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started in racing and your first experience out on the track.
Well, my grandpa asked me if I wanted to race, and I said yes, and then I started to race, and then I did good in the go-karts, and then he wanted to put me in the Bandolaro.
Sweet. So tell us a little bit about that first. Do you remember your first ever go-kart experience? What that was like? Your first time you ever got on the track?
Mm-hmm. First, I went out on the track, and then I think I spun out, and that's all I remember.
Yeah, it's been enough. So you raced multiple cars. You mentioned you raced a Bandolaro. You mentioned two different types of Outlaw go-karts.
Yeah.
So explain the types of Outlaw go-karts you race. You race two different types.
One's bigger, like the ones that the men race, and then there's little ones with the kids that race.
So the ones that the adults race, is that the 500 you talked
Yeah.
about? So you race the 500 and then you race a box stock, is that it?
No, it's a 250 and a box stock.
Oh, you race three different ones. Wow, you race a 250. Wow, 250, a box stock, and a 500.
Not a 500.
Oh, no, 250 and a box stock.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, you raced, you obviously are quite the racing kid here, but having more than one. So when you're out, one question I have for you, I've seen you do this out on the racetrack. What's it like having to get out there with one car, and then you got to jump in a whole other one real quick to get out, for the next round of races? What's that like?
You gotta get out of the car and then get belted in the other one, and then they send you out to the track.
Right on. So you also said you raced a Bandolaro, and that's the number 88 Bandolaro. That's the number 88, correct? Right on. So one big question I have is, what do you prefer, dirt track or do you prefer a paved track?
Dirt track.
Right on. How come?
Because you can slide more and you can go faster down the straightaways and you can get on the gas better.
Wow, so you like to drift and that? Yeah. Cool. Right, and we'll get back to you with some more questions. I want to talk to your, this is your little brother here?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? So what's the kind of car you race? The beginner box?
Yeah.
Sweet. So tell me a little bit about your beginner box.
Oh God.
That's okay. Is it fun to race that beginner box? Right on. So you're only, wow, I can't believe you're only 6 years old and you race. Do you know the age of some of the other kids that you race? Are they also 5 and 6?
Yes.
Sweet. Right on. So your car that you have right now, tell us a little bit about your car. You have is that a picture of your car on there right there?
Like
It's the blue one?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Right on. So tell us a little bit about the blue. You have a wing on there, so that's cool. About how fast do you think you go in that?
30 miles an hour.
Oh wow, 30 miles per hour. That's pretty fast for the dirt track. So I announced for you guys last year, which was a lot of fun. And the beginner box, you guys get to come out first, which is really cool because you guys actually get to set the pace for all the other race cars. You make it exciting because when you go out there, you've got to make it. When the fans first get there, they see your cars, and there's all the other race cars that come out there. What do you think about that? About being the first one out there on the track? Is it pretty fun? Pretty exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. So do you know what, so what is your favorite part about racing?
Driving.
Oh, the driving part?
Mm-hmm.
So where are you from? You guys are from Napa?
No.
No?
Redwood Valley.
Oh, you're from Raleigh. Wow, you're from Redwood Valley. Okay. Now, there's other raceways you guys have raced too. Like, you don't race just Ukiah Speed. Do you go to Redwood Acres?
Yeah, wait, no.
No, do you guys go to other tracks other than just
Yeah.
Ukiah Speedway? What other tracks do you race?
Lakeport and Ukiah.
Sweet. So do you have a favorite or preferred track that you both like?
Mm-hmm. But we haven't went to it yet. We saw people race.
Which one are you
Red
going?
Bluff.
Red Bluff? Oh, so you think you might talk Dad and Mom to let you go to Red Bluff this year?
Yeah, Red Bluff is the coolest one.
Sweet. What is that? What is that like? Is it what track does that look like? Is that the indoor one? Indoor arena track?
It's an indoor, but it's kind of different from the other indoor.
What do you mean?
It's with
Is it like all closed? Like I know they have an indoor at Lakeport that has openings. Means this one is a full inside arena.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. So you're hoping to get up there. Are you guys going to be racing there this year?
We're going to the West Coast Nationals on.
Oh, West Coast now. Tell me about what's the West Coast Nationals. I've heard about that.
It's where lots and lots of Outlaw go-karts go there, and then there's like 50 per class. Then you got to run B-mains and heats and stuff.
Is it like an all-day event?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, anytime throughout the interview, anybody can call in and ask questions. The number is 707-462-1407 for our awesome guest here we have this evening. So let's talk about your sponsors. Sponsors. Do you know your sponsors?
Remember Kaiden? I know.
Kaiden, go ahead. You know your sponsors? You like to think?
Tim Berry and Krista Berry and Grandma Vern and Papa Denny.
Oh, right on. You have the same sponsors as he does, pretty much?
The same, not the exact same, but I have all the real sponsors.
Oh, the real sponsors? What are they?
Cloverdale Food Center, Speedy Signs, Ukiah Valley Collision, First Choice Performance, Tim Berry Distributing, and I think that's it.
Right on. Oh, you know what? We got to get Logan Zampa on here real quick because we need to make sure that Logan is able to put his sponsors out there. You want to come back real quick, Logan? I'll actually take this off and hand it to you real quick. You can just kind of hold it and tell us your sponsors. give your sponsors a quick shout out here.
Anderson Logging, Allied Propane, and Allied Auto.
Right on. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, sponsors are very, very important for the for racing. What you guys do? How important? Explain how important sponsors are.
They can give you a lot of money to put into your car. So like if you crash, they can like if you wreck your wing, they can give you money to buy another one.
Right on. So they help. Do they also help you with tires and stuff like gas and?
Yeah.
Cool. And then fixing your car if your car breaks down or you have a chain that breaks.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we have more stuff for that.
Right. So how many cars do you guys? How many cars do you all have total? You've got the one, and you've got.
I got 5.
Oh, you got 5. Oh, so what are they? Are they? You mentioned you had mentioned you only race 2 cars and then a Bandolaro. So the 5 is there? Do you have what's called duplicates? Like do you have an extra car?
Yeah.
I know
for
that's a lot in racing. You have an extra car in case one breaks down.
Yeah, I have one for the Bando, and then I have the 250 in the box stock.
Sweet, right on. How about you? You got an extra car too in case one breaks down?
No.
No, you don't?
I had a red one, but that one, my papa didn't like it, so he gave me a blue one.
Was it not going fast enough for you?
Yeah.
Was it going fast enough for you guys?
Yeah. But my papa got a new motor that goes faster.
Wow. I had a question for you too, and you both probably answer this too. You guys are really, really young, and the thing that never ceases to amaze me is how young you guys are getting behind the wheel of those. Is it hard to race? I couldn't do that when I was 6. Is it real difficult to race one of those?
No.
No.
So what?
It's really fun.
And if you can explain what makes it so easy to race at only 6 years old, I couldn't picture myself doing something like that.
It's pretty fun to race because you can like slide and go fast down the straightaways and you can go faster down the straightaways.
Wow, you guys like to drift too. I can see that.
Yeah.
When you slide in. Sweet. So I mean, what I'm trying to find out is what makes it so what makes it is it easy? Well, first I should ask, is it easy to race one of those? It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes it? Because even when I was your age, how old are you?
9.
9. Even when I was your age, I couldn't picture myself getting behind the wheel of a race car, you know, let alone a car, but I mean a go-kart. I mean, what makes it? I'm trying to understand it so the fans out there will know too. What makes it so easy to race one of those?
Power steering. And
so what, they have their own power steering?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's right. You gotta have muscle to race one of those too. Sweet. Again, we have about 2 minutes left. Anybody wants to call 707-462-1407 to ask our awesome guests some questions. Give us a call. 707-462-1407. You can also, I want to let you guys know, you can catch us every night right here on TV3, Mendocino Access TV3, right here live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. And of course, you can also catch us online on the World Wide Web at www.checkeredflag.tv to see awesome shows like this. And check this out. This is kind of cool too. Do you guys know people can actually have their own show on here if they want? Yeah, you can have your own show for only $36 a year. Help support public access. For $36 a year, you get your own show. You can have, you could pretty much do your own advertisement, stuff like that for $36 a year to see awesome shows like this. And of course, got to mention TV8. Give LCP TV8 a shout out for them as well. That's $25 a year. Have your own show on LCP TV Channel 8 also. And you guys wanted, maybe some of you can get your own show on here, huh? Have your own racing talk show. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, hey, thank you so much, you two, for being on the show. Awesome guests. All right. Well, in just a few, and actually, right now, we have a great guest coming on here. We just picked up a brand new sponsor, and I don't know where she's at. She should be here in a minute. Jeri Spittler. What? I don't know what that is, folks. Give me a minute. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh. Wow, what an entrance! Good evening. Wow, boy, you know how to make Jeri. You know how to make an entrance. Go ahead and have a seat. You can actually grab one of these.
Thank you for having me on. Hey, I am so impressed with these kids. I was outside talking with them, and some of these cars go 60 miles an hour, and they do a total of 20 laps.
Yeah, and you saw the 6-year-old how he was talking about the drifting. He actually does. He actually gets and likes to drift, and he's only 6. It's still beyond me how kids that young can. You know, they said they got the power steering, but I mean, it's just really, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's really neat. I think it's a great sport for these kids. I've been impressed with all of them. They're really well-mannered, nice to talk with, and sounds like really exciting stuff to be at their age and at the brink of something so unique and marvelous. So I applaud you kids. You are awesome.
Right on. We got right on. It was great having him here.
Yeah.
It's great having you here, and
Thank
you actually are going to be one of our new sponsors we just picked up, Girlfriends, and you're located in
Clear Lake, California. That's on Lakeshore Drive.
Sweet, right on. So you're doing something really cool. One reason I brought you on the show is because our show, we like to cater to kids and the youngsters in auto racing, and as you can see, there's quite a few of them. I've probably done a total of 20 shows here, and I think I've maybe had a total of maybe 2 or 3 adults out of the whole entire.
Wow.
We've had about 16 shows and nothing but kids.
Nice.
And there's something you're doing actually in the community of Lake County. Explain a little bit about what you're going to be doing, which is very unique.
Well, I've dreamt about it for years, and finally it's beginning to happen. The program, we're calling it the Give and Take, and it's an incentive for kids to get involved in community action. Our community, there's a lot of need in a lot of communities, a lot of service groups that need volunteers, and it is essential to graduate from high school. You have to have 35 credits of volunteer work to graduate for high school. So a group of friends and I have come together, Crystal Patrick and Candace Goodman,
wow.
Di Davis, Bunny and Robert Callahan. They own Tanaka's on Lakeshore Drive.
Tanaka's, yes.
Just the group is just growing and growing and growing. And we do have a small website up right now. It's under construction, excuse the dust, but it's clearlake.giveandtake.wordpress.com. And you can see our mission statement and things that are going on. But that one is under construction, and you'll see some improvements very shortly. But the program, what it's going to do is bring all the service groups together and all the needs together and provide them to these kids that need to earn their credits anyway. And we're going to have sponsors, and they're going to be able to earn not only their credits to finish high school, but they're going to be able to earn haircuts and clothing. And we hope to have some really neat things on board by the end of it. So the kids that earn more credits than anybody will have special gifts at the end. So we're pretty excited about it.
That is so awesome. That's almost like the barter system, basically. Is that?
Well, I'd like to think of it as an incentive.
Incentive,
and,
yeah.
You know, these are hard times economically for a lot of families. They're challenged, and not all kids have the opportunity to race cars and do really cool things. And some kids, just to get a new backpack to put their school books in is a huge thing. So these are the kind of kids that we hope we give the opportunity to do some really neat things that without this program maybe they wouldn't have the chance. So that's what
Man,
that is
that is so awesome. So we'll get back to more of that in a minute. But now, tell us a little bit about your bike here. Your lovely bike you rode in on.
That's an 05 Fat Boy. Done a few custom things to it. Those are custom pipes. I do have a racing chip in it. Those wheels are custom wheels. I rode it with the solids for about 3 years and finally switched them out to those Megs.
Made by Harley, is it?
It's a Harley Davidson. It's a stock custom limited edition paint job. And I love it. I've been riding since I was 29, about 3 years. And
now, do you ride with the group?
No, my best friend, my husband. We've been riding together for about 30 years. When I met him, I had a Harley that was up in pieces, and he had a Harley shop. And I kept going down to see him and buying parts from him and asking him, how do I do this and how do I do that? And I finally put it together and rode it around, and wasn't long before we were together and married, and I've been riding with him ever since. So.
Sweet. Right on. So like I said, we'll get back to some of the cool stuff you're doing. But I wanted to ask you, are you a racing fan at all?
I love racing. I love racing. I think it's a pretty exciting sport. I love big engines. I love fast cars, fast bikes.
Yeah, they have motorcycle racing is a pretty big thing too. Now, did you have a chance? We invited you to the. I wanted to talk about it too. It's a real awesome thing that happened. We invited you, but I guess you guys couldn't make it to the Daytona 500 party at the Boathouse Bar and Grill that Johnny Miskell, my co-host, actually helped us with, which was really cool. Basically, this is going to be close to your heart for what you're doing. Is what we did is we raised money for the homeless kids. I forget what organization. Wow, I kicked myself for not remembering the exact organization, but for the homeless kids of Lake County, we raised over $3,000. I told you fans about it, and it was at the Boathouse Bar and Grill. We actually got to broadcast live there, the Checkered Flag talk show. We had a slew of guests, and it was just a really awesome thing. And to top it off, speaking of youngsters, there was a kid who was only 19, well, actually had his 20th birthday, that won the Daytona 500. Did you hear about that?
Yes, that's exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah.
But you see it more and more. Seems like young people are really stepping up and doing some pretty exciting things. And I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for raising that money for the kids in Lake County.
Well, I didn't raise it. We got to thank Johnny Miskell and of course the Boathouse Bar and Grill. I was there and we did broadcast live, which was a lot of fun. But we had some people on there. But yeah, I was really excited to hear the money that was raised. It was just a really awesome cause.
We had a lot of snow on the ground that weekend.
Yes, we did, didn't we? We've had a lot of snow over there.
We had about 8 inches on the ground at my house, so we had a lot of snow.
Yeah, you guys, you guys had a snow woman, not a snowman, but it's a family show, but you guys had a snow woman on there, which was pretty cool.
We did. The salon name is Girlfriends, and we did build about a 5-foot-tall snow woman. Hat and beads and everything. Yeah,
it was a pretty fun looking character. So back on the things that you're that you're doing for Lake County. You're not. There's some other things too besides this. What you're doing for the kids. What other things are you trying to do?
Well, I've done outreach for children for about 15 years. I started with buying Christmas stockings and passing them out to my friends and filling stockings. And last count, we filled about 900 stockings. 6 years ago, I altered my project just a little bit and started doing more for the teens. I realized that at Christmas time and during holidays, it was all about the little children, and anybody 12 and up, there was nothing offered. So we got on board with that, and we've been doing a project called the Joshua Project now for about 6 years, and those items go to our at-risk youth. So it's a pretty exciting project.
Wow. So that what is it? The Joshua Project? Explain.
The Joshua Project. The bags are about this big, and it costs about $100 to fill one, and there's a list inside the bag. Everybody walks in, adopts a bag, 2 bags, 5 bags. We fill close to 100 bags every year, and they go out to the at-risk kids, the kids at the school readiness program, the children's in juvenile hall, and on probation placement. So
wow,
it's
that
a pretty
is
unique
so
program.
awesome.
It is.
That is so awesome that you do those things for the community. How many businesses are involved with you right now in this current project?
This current project is about 3 weeks old.
Okay.
And so we've had 2 meetings.
So you're in the beginning stages.
We're under construction, but we are getting a lot of attention from a lot of people, and I really believe, and we all hope that we can maybe have something installed by summer so that we can have some projects during the summer for the kids in Lake County.
Cool. I actually want to mention something. This could be interesting for the kids too. Is I'm involved in a thing called the Konocti Film Group. You may have heard of it. I gotta say it. Gotta mention it. It's so awesome. Lori LaMonica's doing it, and I actually would love to see some kids get involved in it as well. It's a film. It's actually a film class, learning how to make small commercials and stuff like that. And I guess movies and whatnot. So that's pretty awesome.
It sounds like you're offering to do some mentoring. We're going to be looking for mentors. So all these programs are going to require somebody to spend some time. A lot of kids have never served tables at a dinner or gone out and done graffiti cover-up, or we've got a list of duties
the Konocti Film Group we're doing actually starts. We have one, and of course in the back area of Silks, not in the bar area, but Silks Bar and Grill is allowing us to host it, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Friday night at 7 p.m. at Silks Bar and Grill right there in Clear Lake. So if the kids want to show up, I'm sure kids will be welcome with open arms as well. So it's going to be a really, really awesome thing. We've got about, I'd say, 20 minutes left in the show. If anybody would like to call in and ask questions or anything in that order, the number is 707-462-1407. Daytona Talk. I also want some people to call in and talk about their thoughts on Daytona. Did you get to watch the race at all?
Not very much. I was very busy.
Yeah, right on. We'll get back to that Daytona Talk.
Sounds terrible.
No, that's okay. If anybody wants to call and has anything about that, that's what I've set aside the last, so we've got 20 minutes, the last 15 minutes for, so, yeah, last 20 minutes, anybody wants to talk about Daytona. Just so many awesome things you're doing, so I want to get a little history of Clear Lake, how you got, I mean, how you got started in Clear Lake, when you first moved there, your business, stuff
That's
like
easy.
that.
We moved to Lake County about 25 years ago. My parents were living in Brookings, Oregon. I grew up and was living in Los Angeles. And we would ride our motorcycles up 5, across 20, and then up 101. And every time we cut across 20, this place is so beautiful, I want to live here. So about 25 years ago, our daughter was about 6 months old, and we made the big move and moved to Lake County. I love Lake County.
Right on.
I've been very happy there. I've established a business there. It's a very unique building. It's a 1941 building. I am in a redevelopment zone. There's a lot of blighted properties. I'd like to really see the community have some help with that. But our building is a 1941. We've completely restored it. I have a salon downstairs. We live upstairs. And the views are beautiful. We have views of Mount Konocti, the lake.
You guys do have an awesome view. I've seen out your window.
Awesome view.
Yeah, you guys really do have an awesome view there. So, what do you as a business owner? I know a lot of businesses are sponsoring these kids in their race cars. What as a business owner do you guys look for as far as getting your sticker on a race car? What as a business owner?
Well, the winner. You want your sticker on the winner, that's for sure.
Right.
But I think that's a real personal connection.
Yeah.
Really, if you're going to sponsor somebody, you want to feel like you've got a personal connection with that person and some personal involvement.
Right. And what are your thoughts on? I've had quite a few kids on here. We can go all night with kids in racing. There's so many of them. And what are your thoughts on that? When you're trying to change the community and doing a really good thing. So.
I think that anytime you get that kind of parental involvement, these kids are really fortunate. It's obvious this couldn't be done without their parents. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of time involved, the transporting. These are all things that we're faced with in the program that we're starting is, okay, who's going to mentor, who's going to transport. So these kids are really fortunate, and that's something I really recognized here in the studio tonight was that the parents are here with them, and it's really a cool thing. So
it's
very impressed.
You're exactly right. I am impressed. I started announcing for as many people know, for professional wrestling, and I've also announced for other things and did radio. And I didn't realize when I got into racing how huge the involvement is with kids that are really young. I mean, it's really phenomenal. I mean, I've sat here and I asked questions about them. They gave me answers, but it still is beyond me how they can get behind the wheel and race a car. Especially the one we had in here that races the Bandolaro racers.
Logan, I was talking to him about his Bandolaro.
Yeah.
60 miles an hour, 20 laps.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. I mean, that kid is holding on.
They can
20
do that.
Laps
They
at
can
an
do that
average
in
of
a main.
60 miles an hour.
They could
That's
do that.
huge.
They could do that in a main event. And the kid you heard, I mean, it's almost like, to me, it's almost like being up front NASCAR. The kid that called in Logan Zampa. It's great. They're very good sportsmanship and they're friends. But when they get on the racetrack and they race, you heard firsthand, and the fans did too, the rivalries already. We're talking. I'm literally seeing into the future. In my opinion, I'm literally seeing into the future. Your Jeff Gordons and your race car drivers that get out there and they're real competitive. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing NASCAR in these kids.
Yeah, and also I have to say they're really well mannered and very humble about their sport. It's hard to almost pry it out of them. But
I know it really is.
I bet behind that steering wheel you don't have to pry anything out of them. Huh?
No, you don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, you don't. You gotta come. You gotta come to a race.
I'd love
and
to.
watch. You gotta come to a race and watch, and it's just a lot of fun to watch them out there. And they said actually they've done 25 laps, 30 laps. They even done 30 laps, and these Bandoleros are actually. You heard me. They explained earlier. These Bandoleros are basically, you obviously know what a late model is in NASCAR. They're actually basically a mini version.
Right, pretty much just a motor with fiberglass and a seat and some straps.
Yeah, a seat and some straps. And they get out there and they put them on and they get out there and race and they do it every weekend for little to no money at all.
That's amazing, really fantastic.
Yeah, for little to no money at all. And my next one of the things to you is, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that are wayward and having issues. And what I wanted to ask you is what your advice to them were, and what the communities can do to get together. Like one of the things you're doing, but what the communities can do to get together to take these kids under their wing and make them better communities. I think there could be more than what's being done.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I was a Girl Scout leader for years, and my husband was also a co-leader, because
Right.
it seemed that we were doing all the transporting and moving the kids around. So, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, gosh, what a great reward for some of these kids that do these community acts, to be able to take them maybe to the track and let them see some racing. I mean,
Right.
there's so many kids that just haven't really
Right.
been out of their own neighborhood, and that's really common in my neighborhood. A lot of the parents don't own vehicles. I have to say the city of Clear Lake is really impoverished. There's so much poverty, and
Yeah, it's
that's what
very
really strikes
unfortunate.
my heart to become involved. I want to help them to see that there's more than that they can step outside that box, and goals are achievable, and I want to see them grow in their community, and I want to see the community respond to, wow, this is a great kid and he's helping. I just want to bring those levels of awareness up, and a chance for these kids to be involved in community growth.
Man, that is so awesome. I'm seeing that with the programs you're doing, and also the, you know, we're gonna getting ready to have this film group program that's gonna help. What I would like to do eventually, and sooner than later, is get some kind of a program together, like you talked about, where the kids can come out and watch racing.
Very nice.
Where they can come out, they can get a group of kids that are underprivileged and go out and watch racing, and possibly even get businesses together to get them a car, one of those kids a go-kart, and get those kids out there racing, because that's how these kids are really staying out of trouble. You know, I've had kids on here 14, 15. I know kids right now that are in juvenile hall and you got kids out here that are actually racing, and they have a purpose, which is so awesome.
Well, they have parents that are involved too, and that's something
Right.
that, you know, is really, you guys are really lucky. I'm looking at the kids now. They're really lucky.
Right.
Their parents are standing with them. You know, they're just really fortunate.
You know,
that way.
and it was so awesome. You know, I've called a lot of these parents to come out, have their kids on the show, and I said, look, I can give them 10 or 15 minutes, and they come as far as Napa, Santa Rosa. I mean, it's amazing, and they come out to be on the show for no money, and the parents are like, yes, let's have them on the show. They're always really excited to get them on the show, and that's what the Checkered Flag talk show is all about. It's to put them over. It's to get them sponsors. You know, so if there's any businesses out there watching that want to, this is what you get. What you're watching right now and what you saw earlier, sponsoring these kids is a huge part of auto racing. It's a huge part of getting them out there and getting them to race on the track, and giving them something to do and a sense of purpose.
Well, if any racers out there want to mentor a young person for their credits they've achieved by doing volunteer work, that's a great offer. If anybody out there would like to offer something like that, we'd sure appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be great. What about an idea that just popped in my head just now is, you know, you have kids out there, people that are crew chiefs that do this, do that. They can obviously they wouldn't know how to do mechanics, but they can I hate to use the term gopher. Well, I guess you can use the term.
Sounds fun if you've
Yeah.
never been. I mean,
if
there's
you've
kids-
never, yeah, it'll give you a chance to be with those race cars. I would like to see that be a part of the communities too, and these kids that race, especially that over at Delbert's Memorial. I know some of you guys go to Delbert's Memorial. Have these kids come out and get me this, or get like going for gophers basically, and being able to be a part of that race. That's just another job that they can be a part of, and in turn get free tickets to an actual race at or Lakeport or Ukiah.
I'm gonna let you work on that for me, Ace.
I
Get some
know.
tickets to put in us-
I just opened my mouth and gave myself a new project. But you know what? It's all for the kids, and so I really love doing
Yeah,
it.
get me some tickets and we can put them in our makeshift.
I'm gonna have to speak. I will get in touch with the promoters, and I'm sure they will be more than happy to be involved. I'm sure I can talk to families too. I'm sure some of the families and racers and sponsors would be more than happy to lend some money out or tickets to help them.
You know, you can accidentally take things for granted. When it snowed last weekend, that was the first time a lot of kids had ever seen snow. There's kids in my neighborhood that have never even seen the ocean.
Right.
It's an hour and a half away, an hour and 45 minutes away. So this is real, And so I really hope to bring some awareness and to get these kids out of the box and out of the neighborhood a little
See,
bit.
that's kind of why
That's
kind of why I wanted to have this show. I wanted this theme to be really about the children and the kids because, like I said, we did the Boathouse Bar and Grill. The money they raise, Johnny Miskel does that every single year, and it's just an awesome thing. And that's kind of what I wanted this show and the theme to be about is to be for the communities, and that's really what racing is. Because these kids don't get paid big bucks to get out there and race. Parents don't get big bucks off their kids. Yet they come out there day in and day out, and they travel from all over California to come to Ukiah and Lakeport and these tracks, and to have their kids come out there, and it's just a really awesome thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, they're only kids for a minute.
Yes,
and then they're grown up, so it's really wise to invest in your kids and spend that time with them because in a blink of an eye they'll be adults. So it's amazing.
and you never know. You may the dads and moms may wake up and one morning and hey, we gotta go. We're heading out to Daytona. You know, I gotta get. You know, my kids got to race at Daytona. You know, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I am reasonably believe it's gonna happen with these kids. I'm gonna see it. These kids are gonna see. We're going to see him in NASCAR, and I'm going to say, guess what? I had him on the Checkered Flag talk show back when.
That's right.
Right.
I'm getting autographs before everybody scoots out of here.
Oh, yeah, get autographs, yeah, because yeah. They'll be like Shannon Naylor, Ace Naylor, who? Checkered Flag talk show? I guess I've been on it before. I don't remember. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it won't be like that. We have about 10 minutes left in the show, and if anybody wants to call in, 707-462-1407 to talk about Daytona or whatever. Other than that...
I say bring the kids back. Let's talk to the kids some more.
Sure, you want to?
I do.
Absolutely.
Can you guys come back?
Yeah. You got some... I'm sure you might have some questions for him yourself,
I do.
Huh?
We'll have you
be
All right.
We'll have you be co-host.
Okay, what's your name?
Kaiden Berry.
Kaiden Berry. Kolby Berry.
Logan Zampa.
Logan's...
Zampa.
Zampa. That's a very cool name. Is that Italian? Zampa. And you? Taylor Berry. Oh, so 3 brothers.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have this one. As a matter of fact,
sitting here. I don't know. Are we mic'd?
Yes, we're all mic'd. I don't know if
Somebody can sit right here.
I don't know if they're actually going to be completely heard or not, but I know that this one here.
Come right here. Here, stay with him.
Come on over here next to me, buddy. You can hang out next to me.
Logan,
this one here. We had these two on our show, but what's your name? Kyler Berry is actually going to be on our show. We already have a guest for our show for Monday the 7th, and he's going to be on our show Monday the 7th.
Nice.
So like I said, I've got it's really awesome because I can grab kids. I can do an entire year of the Checkered Flag talk show with just kids. That's how great it is with just kids.
So you guys want to play some rock, paper, scissors? Come on.
Yeah.
These are some great kids. This is really a nice show, and this is exciting. You know, you guys are going to look back at this footage in a few years from now and go, for real? I started out that small? Because you guys look like really tiny to be driving these rigs around the racks and competing with other kids. I mean, I think you guys are really cool.
No,
seriously.
it is pretty awesome. They're laughing.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I think I'm in love. I want to come see you guys race. When do you race next, Logan?
April.
We open April 2nd. Are you racing? Are you racing April 2nd?
Is that Ukiah?
Yeah, Ukiah Speedway is April 2nd open. April 2nd. Yes. Are you? Yeah, right on. So what's your what do you guys know your schedules already?
No.
No, you don't. You will.
My dad uses a work calendar as his racing calendar.
Ah, okay.
Good thing. Somebody's got to keep track of this stuff.
Yeah, somebody has
So
to.
does anybody, like, how many wins do you have, Logan? Do you know?
7 A main, 7 heat, and 4 trophy dash.
Whoa.
This was all just last year, right?
Yeah.
Because you know he battled, like I was talking about, he battled it out with him and James Bickford, where I mean they were like this the whole entire. They were like this, like cars were like this the whole entire season, and then he had him behind him, in front of him. I mean Logan. And you guys also, the qualifying, too, was really close. What did you guys qualify at?
Like a 14-second.
Wow.
Like all in the 15 and the 14 seconds.
Sweet. Yeah, they qualified. I'll probably have to repeat this because they don't have one of these. 14 They qualified about a 14 seconds. I know they were. Now, do you guys qualify in go-karts also?
So we qualify in groups of 5.
Okay, in groups so you qualify in groups of 5. How does that work?
They just send 5 out, and then you qualify for 5 laps, and then you pull off, and the next 5 goes out.
Right on. Right on. We've got a great group of kids here, and we have 5 minutes. We have 6 minutes left. So, I mean, 707-462-1407. Who would not want to call in and ask these kids questions or call in?
Well, I would.
You would?
So basically, these are the Berry brothers? Do I have that right?
Yes, these three are all brothers.
It's so cool that
Yeah.
you guys get to be brothers.
I have one brother at home.
You have one. Does he race?
Yeah, he races a quarter midget.
Really? And how old
Right.
is he?
6.
Oh my gosh.
At 6, a quarter midget. And a quarter midget, again, for those who don't know, they have regular midgets who are, they're almost like sprint cars. And the quarter midget, this is cool too, the quarter midgets are actually, they're only about, what, that high?
Yeah, they're like that high,
Right.
including the roll cage.
I mean, they're so tiny, they're so small. Oh. Hello, you're on the air with the Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Yeah, I got a question for the Kolby brothers.
Sweet. Go ahead.
Kolby, what do you like racing better, your Bandolaro or your Outlaw Kart?
Outlaw Kart.
Your Outlaw Kart?
Yeah.
Are you planning on running your Bandolaro this whole year? Because I really liked watching that orange car go around the track.
Yeah.
Yeah? And when do you think your brothers are going to start racing Bandoleros with you?
I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years? You think they're going to give you a run for your money?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you like helping your brothers out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you get to help them when they're on the track, and they're getting too loose in the corners or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, thanks, buddy.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for calling, man.
Thank you.
Right. I should have asked. He said, Logan said, get me another call. Logan wants somebody to call in for him. I know there's people out there watching, and as a matter of, we have 5 minutes left, and as a matter of fact, we normally answer questions in the chat room, and I should have said this earlier, but I would rather have people call in. We want to hear your voice. That's what makes things awesome here at the Checkered Flag Talk Show. You're welcome to be in the chat room. So call in and ask questions. Logan Zampa feels like answering some questions.
Yes.
Right on. The number again is 707-462-1407. Sponsors, yes, sponsors. I got sponsors too that makes the show happen. S&K Automotive, located at 1765 Main Street in Lakeport. Thank you so much for making this happen. Also, Fast Lube Plus. Fast Lube Plus is located right here in the heart of Ukiah on State Street, located at 765 State Street here in Ukiah. And of course, you know your business name. You just pick us up.
Girlfriend Salon on 14510 Lakeshore Drive, Clear Lake, California.
Right. Sweet. Do you have anything that what we'll have to do we'll have to do some giveaways too, like maybe some. Oh. Hello, you're on the air with the Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Hi, I have a question for Logan Zampa.
Sweet. All right, Logan.
I was just wondering, I know he also raced quarter midgets for a few years, and I was wondering if he won any championships during that time.
Yes, I won about 7 and 1 Grand National Championship.
Wow, so you've had a really long, successful career, haven't you?
Yep.
That's amazing. You're just an amazing little guy, and I look forward to watching you this year in the Legends.
Right.
Okay.
On.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Logan's confessing that was his aunt.
That
is a good auntie.
But that's okay. But that's okay.
I would have done the same, auntie.
No, that's okay.
It's not weird. That's love, Logan.
Yeah. That's the family angle, and that's the family angle. That's cool.
That's wonderful.
And this has been a great night. I mean, it's been kind of spontaneous. And you know what? Let's say we miss you, Johnny. I hope you're watching. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. We miss you, Johnny.
Miss you.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get Johnny back here soon. So. What?
What'd you say?
Kolby said, I miss you.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. Hello, you're on the air with your Checkered Flag Talk Show. We've got about, 1 minute left?
Is Logan back on? No.
Yeah, Logan's still on. You got a question for Logan? We got 1 minute.
Oh. Hi, Dylan, Logan's little brother, would like to say hi to him.
Oh, okay, sure. Right on.
Hang on. Hi, Logan.
Hi, Dylan.
Hi,
Dylan.
Dylan. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Logan, I'm 7. You were wrong.
Sweet. You got a question real quick? We got, what, 30 seconds?
Dylan, straighten us out. He's 7.
Oh, he's 7. Oh, wow. Oops.
Logan said he was 6. He's called in to make that correction. He is 7,
you got a year younger than he did. A year younger.
He's
Yeah.
nervous.
Hey, thanks for calling in, everybody. Tune in next week. This little guy's going to be on our show.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.